Oh there you, and welcome to a gigantic Nurgle swarm that's about to smash headlong into this Orky horde. Now the focal point for this battle is going to be the village in the center, which both teams are going to be vying for control of. Will the Orky war crush all in its path, or will Pagan Pestilence win the day? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the channel. But now, let's get on with the slaughter. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. The battle for the doomed village will commence, and you can see both teams here heading straight away for the center, trying to claim their stake in this village, which is about to see a lot of bloodshed. On one side, the gigantic Orky horde. On the other side, a pestilent horde of Nurgle, complete with lots of monstrosities, may I add. You can already see beasts of Nurgle here making their way to that front line. Oh, poor little Orkies, going on flying lessons here. Especially the ones without the jetpacks, it's especially unfair. Oh man, but these beasts of Nurgle can absolutely hold a lot of tank on this front line. They're going to be the main body here, trying to hold back these Orky waves. You can see they're doing a magnificent job so far as the rest of the Pestilence here spreads its way across the battlefield. Now, it's all going to come down to these flanks as well. Oh my god, there's a lot of beasts over this side. The Orkies moving in with their choppers though. Hopefully some Daka will arrive to the field to help back them up. But both sides here at the moment are vying for control of the flanks as well as our village, which is slowly starting to build up here. It looks like actually Nurgle are getting the upper hand just a little bit, claiming more of the village. The Orks have been penned into these two little areas for now. They are trying to break out of it. They have got a strong line here. Storm boys and choppers on the front. But these beasts of Nurgle holding choke points are going to be very, very strong. So, luckily for the Orks, they have got Mega Knobs on the front line, who are pretty good at dealing with such things. The powerful pneumatic claws able to crush such monstrosities. Now look at this, we've got quite a large horde here of Nurgle that are building up. The front line is also starting to get a bit of a defilade here. Neither side are actually gaining any ground. The bodies are just piling up underneath their feet. Let's go look to the other flank down this side. Again, one that is stretching out far. Both sides here pumping reinforcements into it as it stretches across the frozen ice lake here that they're currently fighting on. God forbid, you know, this many troops on the ice. I'm amazed it hasn't cracked beneath them and they've all been taken to Davy Jones' locker. But for now, it is holding, even with the Mega Knobs on there and all the beasts of Nurgle. And again, another rather static line, both teams here evenly matched. You can see that the Chaos have brought up some Renegade Gunners over here who are starting to lay down covering fire. And we've also got the Plague Ridden trying to make their way to the front line. They haven't actually arrived yet. It's mainly the Beasts of Nurgle. We've got a few Marauders over here as well for Nurgle. But I've got to say, it looks like a nice little combat mix for the Orks. They've managed to get a nice mix of units here. You can see you've got the Mega Knobs, we've got the Storm Boys, the Choppers. Now, where is the Ork Dagger? Is that actually, yes, it is. It's starting to line up over here now. You can see there's a few puffs of smoke coming out. That's the Shooter Boys here, starting to lay down covering fire. Unfortunately for them, they have to get quite close because they're really bad at aiming. But let's go back to our village because it looks like the Orks are making a little bit of ground here. Very slowly but surely, they're grinding out the deaths. You can see that Nurgle are just pumping in reinforcements. Oh my god, this is a brutal alleyway fight down here. Two beasts of Nurgle, well, three technically, trying to hold this one little area, and they're doing a fantastic job, sending Orks flying. Mega Knob here, trying to come around the side. Sorry, that's just a normal knob. He's not the Mega Knob. This beast of Nurgle just laughing on a rooftop. But the Orks are making ground, like I said before. The sheer weight of the Orky horde here, pushing forward. To be fair, a lot of the enemy for the Orks are going to be just like typical poxwalkers. So these beasts of Nurgle really do need to hold that front line until Chaos can start getting some more of its powerful units there. Unless what it normally does actually, the Chaos faction in this game tends to put all of its heavy units to the flank. It'll commit the field just enough to keep the front line in bay, but most of them end up on the flank. I mean, look at this. Actually, yeah, this is the extended flank, and look, so many monstrosities actually. That's kind of ridiculous, and it looks like we've got a load of gunners who've made their way up to this way. Chaos are pushing hard into the flank. A load of Plague Ridden are coming up behind these guys. Are the Orks going to have enough reinforcements being pumped into this area? Hopefully we get some more shooters. That's what the Orks are lacking at the moment. I can see big puffs of smoke coming from down the center of the field here. Now, the Orks are ahead in terms of kills, but that doesn't mean anything. They have got less numbers on the field, so it's sort of balancing out the fight at the moment. And all these monstrosities, there is a lot of them on this flank, actually, now that we look at it. Chaos really has stuck to its old game plan here. Put them all on the flank. Let's go have a look at this other side then. I wonder if they've done the same over this side. The Orks are forcing a lot of troops down here. Oh my god, look at this. That's a massive amount of reinforcements, more than Chaos are bringing. But if we go down here, okay, yeah, so we got rapid attack units. Okay, yeah, it's a demonic flank here coming in. We've just captured it just in time. This is the Chaos using their old tactic here. Look at that, Winged Furies coming in, as well as all the Plague Ridden. It is a massive demonic push. We've even got a couple of Boxwalkers in here just to add a little bit of flavour into the support. And they are carving a path into the Orks. No wonder the Orks have flung so many reinforcements into this area. They're damn well going to need them with this. Oh, that's an insane amount of demons. Just look at them flooding in. They're actually pushing back this Ork flank. They're carving a path through them now. And look at the bodies underneath. Oh man, this demonic push here. Super effective tactic by the Chaos. But the question is, are they going to lose the center lines? I mean, look at this again. All the monstrosities are out on the flank. Nothing in the center anymore, I bet. Or at least a very little amount. Yeah, look how sparse it is in the center. The Chaos are just going for this pincer maneuver of throwing all the heavy units to the flank, which is probably why the Orks are starting to gain some ground in the village. Having said that, these monstrosities have slowed them down significantly. Looks like they managed to finally clear out that alleyway. The Beasts of Nurgle played a pivotal role in this battle so far. But the Orks are still ahead on kills by about 100,000. But that is a lot of Daka for the Chaos here. All these guns are lining up. Now, there was the Ork Daka, but it does look like all of it's actually kind of up here. They're all over this side, laying covering fire down into that flank there, which is kind of smart of them. They're sort of going where the Chaos are forcing in their monstrosities. And like I said earlier, we've got this lovely little defilade starting to appear in the center lines now, with neither side really gaining any grounds whatsoever. I just love how many Orks are getting flung into the air. Oh, the poor Zoggers. Bye. He was so happy. Frank was so happy to get to the front line. He got there and a Beast of Nurgle just denied him his death. Even without the artillery, this is a great fight here. I wish we did have some Ork artillery. That would be nice. It's a distinct lack of artillery for a lot of the factions actually in the game. Look at all these gunners though lined up on this flank now. My god. This could be a critical maneuver here by the Chaos. They are chewing through the Orks at an unprecedented rate anywhere else on the field. They are completely collapsing the flank. They've got all these gunners with them as well as a massive host of marauders. This is insanity. Oh god, look at all the poor reinforcements. Now the Orks have got gunners over here, but there's not many of them at all. Not many gunners came down to this flank, which is just really enhancing the ability of Chaos to plow through them. And they are causing havoc here. This could completely start surrounding the Ork army on this flank. That could be a deadly maneuver. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Let's go back over to the village for now, see how the Orks are getting on. Oh man, look at these lovely little blood lakes that are starting to appear around our village. Orks look like they're surging forward a little bit. It looks like they're also trying to break through the gatehouse on this side. Having claimed a little ground here. Pushed out of the alleyway finally. They managed to kill the Beast of Nurgle and now they're surging forward. The goo is starting to fill up all over the floor though. Actually, it's becoming quite impassable there for some of the Chaos. But that is a brutal front line. Let's go up to the other flank. Let's see what's happening up here now. because the Orks really need to win this one. But again, there's a lot of monstrosities and gunners over here. Just don't know if the Orks are going to have enough, man. You just look, there's a trickle of reinforcements now coming in, and I mean, that's next to nothing. Where are they coming from? Okay, so it's all these units stuck on the side. Hopefully that might be just enough to keep this Chaos flank at bay. Because the Chaos, yet again, are starting to win out this flank ever so slowly. They're trying to create this pincer maneuver here. And they've also sort of let the Orks into a bit of a death trap. Look at this. The Orks are funneled into this area where they've just been surrounded by the monstrosities. Both teams here, though, the kill counters, I mean, the troops remaining for both teams are almost fairly even now. There's about 40,000 in it. Actually, the Chaos look like they're starting to run out of melee combatants, though, here in the center. Well, they might be winning the far flank over that side. The Orks still do have a good chunk of troops here. And look at this. The Orks have actually penetrated right through the Chaos lines, almost trying to split them in two here. It's been a brutal fight, but they've ground their way forward. Again, though, these pieces of Nurgle just providing the incredible tanky units on the front that Chaos really needs. Meanwhile, the Poxwalkers just nipping around them, trying to get the cheeky little kills. So again, we have got a demonic presence on the front line now, Winged Furies and the Plague Ridden here. It is a brutal fight, look at that. Everyone fighting on top of corpses at the moment. I just love how far this combat line stretches out and down as well. All the way into the village where it kind of looks like the Orks are, again, making a little bit of ground here. Yeah, look, they're trying to push into this gatehouse. That will stop Chaos reinforcements coming in from this side. And it kind of looks like they're winning the alleyways. Oh, we've got a Beast of Nurgle in, though, coming to the rescue. Though without the supporting units, it might be cut down pretty quickly here. We have got one or two coming in. I mean, it's still holding its own. There we go. A few supporting units tried to rush in there. That might not be enough. The Orks are closing the gap, trying to close off all the gatehouses here. They're doing a magnificent job. Look, they've actually captured this side now. Look at that in the background. That's an insane sight. Just piles of bodies everywhere around the outside of the village and blood lakes. Meanwhile, bullets are going off. Things are flying through the air. Oh man, I love the Orks. Such a brutal war here. And it kind of looks like the Orks might pick Chaos entirely out of the village at this point. Both armies now with only 400,000. This is coming down to the wire. The Orks are up on kills here, but is that going to be enough? Because it does look like Chaos finally won this flank out. And pretty handedly too. They've got a lot of units coming down the side of the mountain now. How did we do it on this flank down here? Did we manage to clear up the Chaos flank or not? I don't know. It's looking a little bit shaky here. I can't tell. I mean, the Orks have got a lot of units still on this side of the field, but it does kind of feel like Chaos is wrapping its tendril around the Orks here. Slowly but surely outflanking them. I mean, it's all these Ork gunners over here. Now, look at all this. The Ork gunners are trying to run away, backing off while covering that fire. The Chaos are trying to chase them down, which is causing these sporadic little fights. Could be good for the Orks, I don't know. We'll have to see at this point. Because again, this front line has been brutal. Look at the body piles that have all built up over here. Neither side being able to budge. Just flinging units into a meat grinder. Now the Orky Daka here has really pushed up. Look at this. They're practically point blank now, lads. You can't miss. And we're actually sort of breaking through the Chaos line in this area. Okay, so, well, Chaos might be winning the flank. The Orks are sort of winning on the front line, in the main lines. So the Chaos might get their pincer maneuver here. It all depends how much the Ork force gets split up. And look at this. The Orks are about to break through the Chaos line. Chaos just not able to keep that reinforcement level up, the same as the Orks. The Orks are coming down the mountain now. We're going to get a surge pretty soon. Like I said, I'm really worried about the flank over there, though. The Chaos are winning that pretty handedly. Does look like the Orks have managed to kick most of the Chaos now out of the village. It looks like this is the only area remaining here. But other than that, the Orks haven't conquered the village. Yeah, okay, but there's a few tiny guys down this end, but nothing too serious. Now, the Ork Dacker has really built up as well on this side of the field. Chaos are swooping down from above, though. And that is just chewing out the Ork flank, little by little. Oh god, look at all the Dacker. The Dacker is woefully exposed. The Poxwalkers are descending down upon him now. Surrounding him slowly but surely here. I really cannot call this fight. Both teams here, the kill counters are really even. Sorry, I can find the kill counters, I mean the troops remaining. There's like 10,000 between them. It's impossible to call now. Chaos are winning the flanks, but the Orks are winning the center. It's going to be a crucial fight. It's going to be a critical turning point. Look at this. The Orks have actually broken through now this sector. That's good for the Orks. It sort of makes this flank a little bit more invalid. Though it's mainly down to gunners by the looks of it. Don't get me wrong, there's still quite a chunk of marauders here, but I don't know, the Orks actually might be able to clean this flank up if they can do this and start consolidating forces again. That's excellent news for the Orks. But as it stands at the moment, again, I can't call this. Orks are breaking through one part of the line. Chaos are absolutely smashing it in another half. Looks like a bunch of Ork reinforcements there now are starting to make their way from the rear line, realizing that a flank is collapsing here. This could be the vital reinforcements that were needed to shore up this flanking maneuver from Chaos, because they have been just slowly chewing up and spitting out this Ork flank. They have really struggled with these gunners. The sheer level of Dacker here has kept them at bay just a little bit. Meanwhile, the Orks are breaking through the rest of the line. Look at this. This is going to go into some weird little fight here. We're going to have a yin and yang situation going on. So what I want to quickly do is hit a little time-lapse camera here and see who's going to come out the superior flanking maneuver. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and the fighting now has, as you can see in that little time lapse there, turned very sporadic, though it does look like the Orks have finally gained the upper hand here on the field. Only just, though. 43,000 Orkies remaining with 840,000 dead on the field at the moment, and we're now just remaining, there's literally 7,000 Chaos scattered, retreating across the battlefield, and the Orks have literally just hunted them down. And she couldn't have seen in the background over here, there was this insane little dance of death going on in the background as all the groups tried to chase and find each other. And now, look at this. The Orks have just hunted down every single Chaos. Well, let's go have a look at our battlefield, because we left behind, yeah, look at this, some insane corpse piles here. A lot of them being Orks, actually, by the looks of it. But at the end of the day, the Orks still won this. Oh my god, it goes all the way over here into the village. Let's have a look at the village itself, because we got some pretty impressive corpse piles in this one as well. I mean, the entire place is now just littered with bodies. Pretty impressive stuff, but I do think, ladies and gentlemen, that we can be ending this one here. Very much an Orky victory today. So, as always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And massive shout out to all you channel members who help to keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the amazing ChaoticPinky store. We've got some really cool merch over there. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.